Guys, in my hand, I have the brand new $595 Citi Strada Elite. And in this video, we'll do an unboxing of this brand new premium travel credit card, as well as some cool things that I learned throughout the activation process and about the Citi ecosystem as a whole. But jumping into the unboxing, I'm very similar to you guys that one thing that really irks me with these kind of premium offerings like the Venture X is when you pay this heightened price tag and the credit card comes in a paper envelope. While it doesn't strip away any of the benefits of the credit card, it just takes away from the overall kind of experience of opening up your new offering. And Citi, in my opinion, did not disappoint, guys. This is some very nice packaging. And when you open it up, it's kind of trifold box. It has the credit card sitting right in the middle. You do see it ripped a little bit. I had to take it out and use it over the last 2 days before making this video, but I just wanted to show you guys how it does present. And now we'll remove the credit card for you guys. And this is the Citi Strada Elite. It has a nice metal feel to it. As you can see, the surrounding is metal, and these grooves have a very nice kind of like 3D texture. It's a very nice presenting credit card. This is the back. I did have to kind of cover a lot of things. But I'm really digging the appearance of this credit card, guys, as well as the packaging. Like I said, it kind of just gives you an extra experience while it's just subjective and it doesn't change anything about it. I really did like the kind of overall unboxing process of the Citi Strata Elite. Moving on to the overall weight of the credit card and comparing it to the American Express Gold, which is what I have that's most similar to it in my rotation. And the American Express Gold is weighing in at 16 grams. But when we throw the Citi Strata Elite on the scale, it's coming in at 20 grams, which is about a 25% increase in weight, which, as we know, with premium credit cards, they do give it a little bit more weight, a kind of metal finish to give it that overall premium feel. While this doesn't influence why I apply for a credit card, I do know that there's people out there that this does influence their decision. So if you're someone that likes a kind of heavier card, this compared to the Amex Gold does weigh on the heavier side. Now, the last thing I wanted to cover was the delivery process. I applied for this credit card on Friday afternoon, Friday night, and I was approved instantly. And by Monday afternoon, I had the credit card in my hand. I want to believe that I would have had it even faster because as of Saturday kind of afternoon, it was already in Miami, Florida. But I believe UPS doesn't deliver on Sunday, so it just sat in Miami from Saturday to Monday, where it was delivered on my doorstep. So the overall kind of shipping process from application to arrival was around 3 days, including a weekend. I want to believe if it's on the weekday, it will be even faster. But now that we have the cosmetics as well as the delivery process settled, let's move on to some things that I learned throughout the process that I really liked about the Citi ecosystem. Taking us into our first points, and one of my favorite parts about activating my first Citi credit card was the sign up bonus tracker. I don't know about you guys, but I have trust issues with these credit card providers. And when I apply for an elevated offer, I want to make sure I'm getting what I'm applying for. And for the Citi Strata Elite, I kind of took the risk with that 100,000 elevated Citi thank you point offer. So in the back of my mind, I had those doubts like, was I going to get the 100,000 Citi points? But when I activated the app and I logged in, there it was sitting on the main page, the sign up bonus tracker. And it said that when I spend $4,000, I will be given 100,000 Citi thank you points. Not only did it confirm my sign up offer that I received, but also how much I have left to spend. That's one of the kind of biggest gripes I have with American Express is in the app, it doesn't directly tell you how much more you need to spend to hit that elevated offer. It went through this with the Hilton Aspire, the Hilton Honors, as well as my Player 2 and the American Express Color credit cards. So being able to track directly my sign up bonus as well as directly confirming what the offer was is something that I really enjoyed. Another cool thing that I learned throughout the way was when you're applying for your Citi Strata Elite, it's going to ask you for your American Airlines membership number. And if you were to input it immediately upon approval, they issue you those 4 American Airlines Admiral passes. I did look at the terms of condition and it says to enter into the American Airlines lounge, all you need to do is present that pass in the American Airlines app. So essentially, even before you receive your Citi Strata Elite, if you had some kind of last minute international travel and you didn't want to wait for your Citi Strata Elite, you would be able to access the Admiral Club immediately upon approval. I believe it was like within 10 minutes of approval, I received the email that the Admiral passes were loaded into my account. Again, this is a very niche kind of little perspective, but I thought it was a cool aspect to be able to utilize kind of benefits of your premium travel credit card even before it arrives in the mail. Moving on to number three, and another thing that I played around with because again, I haven't had the Citi Travel Portal was the $300 hotel credit. Now, my situation is kind of unique in the sense that living in Miami, Florida, going either 3 hours south or north, I have a lot of viable places for staycations. And I do these already, whether I had the Citi Strada Elite or not. I am going to stay in these places, usually in credit card points. So this $300 travel credit was something that I definitely saw mileage in my setup. So now that I have access to the travel portal, I did want to take some kind of little rough drafts, and I found two destinations that I definitely see myself using in the future. One of them is the Hyatt Vacation Club in Key West, Florida, as well as the Helios Universal Studios kind of epic universe on site resort. Both of these places I definitely see myself staying at. And if we kind of use the Hyatt as the example, because I definitely see myself prior to the year ending staying here, a night in this resort is running around $261 on the Hyatt website. When looking on the Citi Travel Portal, it's running $212 a night. So, again, not a huge price variation. This is not incorporating the hotel fees. But once we add these in, this is an identical price if I were to pay cash or even use Chase Ultimate Reward Points. So, by utilizing my $300 travel credit, I'm essentially getting 1.5 nights for free, and then I just need to supplement the rest. This is totally fine with me, guys. I do see a lot of people in the credit card community have gripes of having to spend any money out of pocket. If I can get a kind of stay at a much reduced cost or even supplement the rest with City thank you points, it's a win for me. So, for my specific scenario, now that I can play around with the hotel credit, it definitely looks like a slam dunk, and I can't wait to use it in this calendar year, and then on January 1st, getting a second and staying in Universal Studios. All in all, guys, I'm really loving what the future looks like with the Citi Strada Elite in my rotation, especially because I kind of did the ladder backwards. I started at the top tier, and now I get to work my way down. I have zero Citi credit cards, so now I can then start to apply for the double cash, the custom cash, the $0 annual fee Citi Strata card that's going to be amazing in my setup because this will cover groceries as well as EV charging because I do drive an electric vehicle and use supercharging multiple times a week. So I'll be able to kind of reincorporate, realign my credit card rotation for the Citi ecosystem, as well as have my other plans on the side, like I've talked about in other videos with the Hilton ecosystem and Hilton Surpass. And the best part about all this is that my player two, again, has zero Citi ecosystem credit cards. So everything that I just said I wanted to do for myself, I will be able to repeat it with my player two because similar to Chase Ultimate Reward Points, you can transfer your Citi thank you points to a player two. So just in $0 annual fees alone, getting two custom caches, two double caches, another Citi Strata, that is well over $1,000 in credit card points at a $0 expenditure and very, very small annual fees. Of course, I'm going to be very careful following these Citi application rules because last thing I want to do is get blackballed by Citi before I can even make a splash in their ecosystem. But one thing I wanted to cover before the end of the video, guys, was the kind of premium credit card dilemma that we are going through. As you've noticed, over the last kind of 6 to 8 months, almost every single premium offering has either increased their annual fee or taken a page out of the American Express playbook and added a multitude of credits. This is making it even more difficult about juggling all of these ecosystems in your rotation. If you have the Amex Platinum, Amex Gold, Chase Sapphire Reserve, Venture X, Citi Strata Elite, you're going to have over 30, 40, 50 credits on an annualized basis that you need to incorporate into your everyday lifestyle. So what the premium card companies are doing, they're kind of putting themselves against each other and making you choose one over the other. Because if you have, let's say, the Chase Sapphire Reserve and Amex Platinum in your rotation, this alone is again about 10 to 15 credits that you need to utilize to reduce that effective annual fee. While it's not impossible by any means, as all of these credits do have a practicality, it makes it more difficult for the average user to make it make sense. So, my big advice for you guys is to pick the lesser evil of the ecosystem. Take a look at the credits, see what your lifestyle asks for, and go with that issuer. If you're able to juggle a multitude of them, do so. But for the average consumer at this given time, with the amount of credits that are coming on these premium offerings, It's more beneficial to pick one and focus on that ecosystem and choose wisely again. And there's nothing wrong with changing. I've changed my credit card rotation and my overall roadmap like 3 times this year, and I'm thriving better than ever. So don't be scared to change. Pick the lesser evil and be honest with the credits if they do apply to your lifestyle. We're going to end the video here, guys. Let me know below in the comments what you think of the overall design of the Citi Strada Elite, what you think of the credit card, as well as what is your premium credit card choice for the end of 2025 moving into 2026. But if you want a full breakdown on why I chose this credit card, I'll put the video right here for you guys.